Hey everyone, welcome back to Cybrosys. Using Odoo community for accounting. In this video, I'll show you the complete basics, how to create invoices, record payments, and manage journal entries, and most importantly, the limitations you need to know before relying on it. So here we don't have a module named accounting. Instead, we have a module called the invoicing. Okay, so here you can see the invoicing. I have opened it. This is the accounting of the community version, which is called as the invoicing. So I have opened the invoicing app. Okay. So here in the invoicing, you have menus like the customers, the vendors, the reporting, and the configuration. So this is the accounting module in Odoo community. And here you can handle all these customer invoices, vendor bills, and basic accounting entries. So it's simple but not as powerful as the enterprise version. So let's create a customer invoice. For that, you can go to customers, open the invoices, okay, and then click on new to create a new one. Okay, so while creating the invoice, you should actually choose a customer and then you can add a line where you can add the product. So I'm adding the product, enter the quantity as well as the unit price, and then click on confirm. Once everything is done, you can click on confirm, and that's how easily you can create an invoice. Okay, so to create an invoice, a customer is required. Okay, so select your customer and products and then confirm it, and Odoo will automatically calculate the total and apply taxes if it is configured. Then the next step is to register the customer payment. So when the customer pays, you can click on the pay button. Okay, and then choose the payment method. Over here you have manual payment, demo, and all such things. Choose the payment and then click on create payment. So the invoice is marked as paid right now. So that's how you can deal with the invoices. Then comes the vendor bills. So go to vendors, open the bills. Okay, click on new to create a new bill. And to record the expenses, we create these vendor bills, right? So you can select your vendor from here. I'm selecting Gemini Furniture. And then most importantly, you have to specify the bill date. So select your vendor and then add items or service, whatever it is. So after you add the label, what I have to do is you have to, confirm it. Now there are two types of vendor bills. Either it can be a bill or a receipt. Okay, so you can choose any of these. So let it be a bill. I'm just giving the label as pen, quantity 5, and the unit price 10. So you can see the amount is calculated automatically because this is a vendor bill. So once it's done, you can simply click on confirm so that it becomes posted. And you can also record the vendor payment. You can open the bill where it shows the pay button. Click on the pay, choose the payment method and create the payment. As you can see, the paid ribbon has come. Okay, so it's exactly the same way that you have done in the, as you have done in the invoices. Okay, and then you can see the journal entries. For that, you can go to the configuration where you have the journals. Okay, so click on the journals. Before that, you have to go to the settings and make sure everything is enabled properly, like things that are required are enabled properly. Okay, so you can see a lot of things over here like the vendor bills, the vendor payment, the digitization, and all such things. Okay, so here comes the journals where you can deal with the journals. Now, if you open the sales journal, you can see the sales journal, the journal entries, and in the advanced settings, you can see the automations, the email, the payment communication, and all such things. Okay, so for go to the, we were talking about the journals, right? So yeah, that's the journals. Now you can, for a manual accounting adjustments and all, you can use these different types of journals. And then comes the I mean, there are a lot of features similar to the taxes, the currencies, the fiscal position, the cash roundings, and all such things. Okay. So, as I said before, there are a lot of limitations of Odoo community. So, you have a lot of missing features and menus. Okay. So, let's talk about the most important part, which is the limitations, which is clear over here. Now, just take a look at the reporting. Is this what you'll see in the enterprise edition? No, we have a huge reporting over there. Okay. And like you don't have advanced financial reports. No bank synchronization can be done over here. No automated reconciliation. No asset management. No advanced tax reports like GST out of the box. Then there are only limited automation features, and this actually means that Odoo community is suitable for basic accounting, but for advanced financial management, businesses usually go for enterprise or custom modules. So when should you use this community version? Businesses or startups with simple accounting needs. Okay, but if your business grows, you may need more advanced features. So that's accounting basics in Odoo community. Simple, but with the limitations. As you can see, only we have this invoice analysis in the reporting section. And if you take the configuration also, it's a limited thing. Okay, so that's it. If this helped you, like, share, and subscribe for more Odoo tutorial. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and see you guys in the next video.